Do you stay or do you go? That's an emotional question many folks in the government are dealing with right now. Let me give you 3 considerations in this emotional time to help you build clarity around that decision. Considerations are alignment, obligations, and effectiveness. Welcome to Great Transition Strategies Monday Morning Stand-Up. 5 minutes to get your week off to a great start and potentially give you something to help make you a more effective leader so you can love what you do. A lot going on in the government, lots of changes, lots of emotions. How do you make a good decision? Let's look at these 3 practical pieces to add to your strategy. As I go through each of these, I want you to think about yourself. What about you? What about others that I'm leading? How can I help them wrestle with this decision and be practical about it? All right, first one I said is alignment. And when you think alignment, here I usually talk about alignment with your values. If you stay, how aligned are you going to be with your organization and what has changed? There are folks that I'm working with that are really emotional and really upset about the way things have been handled. There was little warning. I would have a contract for a remote work, and now I have to come in 5 days a week. This is not fair. This is not the way it needs to be. Lots of emotions around it. If that person stays, so if you're that person and you stay, how aligned are you going to be with the organization? You feel you weren't treated right. You feel they treated you like just a commodity. So people are upset. How aligned are you going to be? If you go into work every day and you're misaligned, your values aren't being fulfilled, will you be effective there? Think about those. I have another person I'm working with say, well, I understand it's a business decision. I don't like it, but I'm gonna deal with it. I'll adjust to it and I'll be just fine. That person seems more aligned right now. If you're misaligned, what happens is that uses up physical and mental capacity for you to do your work. What does that mean to you? Assess how aligned are you going to be with the organization. That's the first area. Next area, obligations. Will you be able to meet the obligations of your position and how it changes? Good question, isn't it? How's the position going to change? One person I'm working with, she's a branch head, and they're going to join 2 branches of what she thinks they're going to do based upon the way they're programming this, and she's going to lead a larger organization. Can she meet those obligations? That's what she's working through. And she thinks, I'm going to be okay. It's going to be a stretch for me, but I'm going to be okay. Someone else might say, no way. That's double the size of the organization I have now. That's not going to work for me. She's looking at it as, this is an opportunity for me, and I'm going to have more responsibilities. Will you be able to meet the obligations of what it looks like afterwards? Next. Well, and as you think about those obligations, think roles, responsibilities, levels of authority. That's one way to help you put that in a box for yourself. What are my new roles going to look like? What's my level of responsibility? What's the responsibilities I'm going to have? And the level of my authority. Last one, effectiveness. How effective are you going to be at your job in that position? Assess. If you have double the folks that you had before, will you be effective? Will you be happy with the growth that you have overall? How effective will you be? What you have just done now is if you take these 3 areas, you have built a picture of what your future might look like with the changes that are going to happen. And changes are going to happen. Now you built a picture. Does this make sense for me? Should I stay or should I go? Or should I stay for a little while and decide what else is out there? This can bring some real practicality into an emotional time to help you make a decision that's best for you and your overall family. Thanks for listening. Hope you found that helpful. See you next Monday morning, 8:30. Have a great week.